So let me tell you about my polo days. Back in 1910, champion, 08. That thoroughbred died last week, but it has nothing on my Clydesdale, that's for sure.
Mrs. Buchanan? Not now. Let's go to town.
You look so cool.
You're right, let's go to town.
But it's too hot now.
Hey, how about you take these? Hey, fill her up.
Sure.
By the way, Mr. Gatsby, are you in Oxford, man?
Not entirely.
I understand that you went to Oxford?
Yeah, I went there.
Oh, I heard you, but I want to know when.
It was in 1919. I only stayed 5 months. That's why I can't really call myself an Oxford man.
Some harm you got, old sport.
Oh, that's some expression you have right there.
If you're going to make personal remarks, I won't stay here a minute.
How about you mind your own business?
How about you lay off for old sport?
Have a drink, Tom, so you won't seem so stupid to yourself.
Wait a minute. Let me ask Gatsby one more question. What kind of row are you trying to make in my house?
He isn't causing a row. You are. Please have a little self-control.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Self-control? I guess I'm supposed to let Mr. Steal Your Girl sleep with my wife. Well, if that's the idea, you can count me out.
You can count me in.
I don't have big parties, but I suppose I have to turn my house into a pigsty in order to have friends.
Let me tell you something, old sport.
Please, let's go home.
Good idea, buddy.
I want to know what Mr. Gatsby has to tell me.
She never loved you, old sport. She only married you because I was poor and she was tired of waiting.
Are you crazy? Are you insane in the membrane?
Insane in the brain!
It was a terrible mistake. But in her heart, she never loved anyone but me.
Sit down, Daisy. What is going on? I want to hear it.
I'll tell you what's been going on. It's been going on for 5 years.
You've been seeing this fool for 5 years? Daisy loved me when she first married me, and she still loves me now.
Or not.
She does, though. She just gets confused sometimes.
Tell him the truth. Tell him that you never loved him.
How could I love him possibly?
You never loved him.
I never loved him.
I love you now. I can't help what is past. Isn't that enough?
I loved him once, but I loved you too.
Loved me too.
Even that's a lie. She didn't know you were alive. There's things between me and Daisy that you won't even know.
I want to talk to Daisy alone.
Even alone, I can't say I never loved Tom.
Of course it wouldn't.
As if it mattered to you.
Of course it matters. I want to take better care of you.
I don't think you understand old sport. You're not taking care of her anymore.
I'm not? Why?
Daisy's leaving you.
Nonsense.
But I am, though.
She won't leave me, not even for a common swindler.
I can't stand this. Let's go out.
I want to hear more about these drugstores.
What about your friend Walter Chase? He wasn't too proud to get in on the business.
Oh, you mean the man you sent to jail?
He came to us. He was happy to pick up some extra money, old sport.
Don't call me old sport. You're doing something now that Walter is afraid to tell me about.
Please, Tom. I can't stand this anymore.
How about you go home with Mr. Gatsby's car? Wilson, what happened?
Gatsby! You killed a man. No, you don't understand, old sport. No, you killed a man. Old sport, you gotta listen. You killed a man. Shh, Nick. Shh. It wasn't me. It was Daisy. I thought you were driving. You thought wrong. Okay, it was Daisy, and I'm sitting here making sure Tom doesn't hurt her.
You tread a triple track. Your odds are always stacked. You'll go back to black.
Some changes we made were cutting Nick and Jordan's lines from the hotel room because it distracted from Tom and Gatsby's tension.
And most of the dialogue from the book we wanted to keep just so the flow of the scene was kept.
We dressed the characters more modern because the setting didn't greatly impact the chapter.
Gatsby made sure to wear some yellow because he represents new money.
Tom wears dark colors and drives a dark car to represent old money, as well as Jordan wearing blue and Nick wearing blue.
We try to use some of the slang, mainly old sport, just to keep the audience's attention. And Jordan holds a copy of The Great Gatsby in the whole film, just as a little director's thing.
Director's cut.
Director's cut.
Settle.
We got bright away as Gatsby, right humbly as Tom, Lexus as Jordan, yes we did. Then as Daisy, we had good old Taylor Bent. Then we got Ashley as Myrtle. And you know for a cameraman we got along the girl. She was a little shaky, but that's okay. Special thanks to Cal Yossi, played two characters so splendid. Yes, he was Nick and Wilson. Yes, he was. Ain't forgetting you, Mom and Dad. You let us use your house this whole time. The dining room and the living room, it was swell. Special thanks to Welch's Juice. We used your sparkling grape juice. Wow, did it sparkle in our mouths. No real alcohol, no real alcohol, no alcohol, no alcohol. It was sparkling grape juice. No one got turned. Yeah. Mr. Lentz, this is for you. Thank you.
I'm looking past you.
That thoroughbred, you know, the one.
It's like, that thoroughbred died last week. All you have to say, forget the Clydesdale. That thoroughbred died last week.
We'll edit that one back in.
Yeah, she never loved you, old spore. She only married you because I was poor and she was tired of waiting.
Well, if that's the idea, you can count me out. Brilliant. Aggressively.
I don't have big parties, but I suppose I have to turn my house into a pigsty in order to have friends.
Let me tell you something, old spore.
Please, let me.
Dude,
You should get going.
oh, yeller! You packer!
You scare me. You said you weren't grabbing me.
Oh, I forgot!
No, it's good. That's
Alright, that's
fine.
bloopers. That's bloopers. It's fine. Alright. This was a little bit of after. You use after? What kind? Roses?
You smell like Daisy!
That was good.
That was cool.
I got it.
Hey!
Alright, let's go. Oh my gosh, Dad! I'm in the middle of something.
Sorry, man. Looks like you guys are having enough trouble, but I just thought I'd step right by.
Are you crazy? Are you insane in the membrane?
You gotta do it again.
Why can you do a circle?
Are you crazy? Are you insane in the membrane?
That was so good!
Dude, man, I'm behind the camera. How am I standing up?
Dad, he saw you!
Alright, do that again, do that again. I love you now. I can't help what's in the past. Isn't that enough?
I guess not. Cool.
Swerve.
Take her, Tom. I know you now. Can't look to the past. And I'm not.
Let's go. My knees are hurting.
Wilson, what happened?
The car hit her.
No, the only one
Don't go off script.
I messed it up.